Hey guys, how you doing? Escobar here. I'm gonna bring you today some exercises. You don't need any equipment. It doesn't require much space as well. If you don't have a carpet flooring, you can use a layer or two of towels, a blanket, or yoga mats. These exercises, you can do it according to your own fitness level. Beginners, 15 seconds on, 45 off. Intermediate levels, 30 seconds on, 30 off. And for the most advanced people, you can do 45 on and 15 off. So our first exercise is a hip mobility exercise. We keep the shoulders on the floor, arms a little underneath the shoulder line, hips and knees in right angle. We breathe in and breathe out, lowering the legs to the side. Breathe in, stop in the middle, and breathe out to the other side. This exercise gets easier if you're more flexible and harder if you're less flexible. But the benefits will work either way. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Our second exercise is a torso mobility. I put the palms together. We're gonna open, breathing in as far as you can, and you're gonna close, breathe out. In and out. These movements don't require speed. In and out. In. Remember, we do both sides. Out. Our third exercise is the bridges. Keep your feet on the floor, hip width apart. Rest your head on the floor and keep your arms alongside your body. Maintaining both shoulders down and your head down. You're going to raise your hip as far as you can, squeezing your butt for 1 or 2 seconds and slowly returning to the starting position again. So you go up, in, and down. Breathing out, up and down, up and down. A variation for this exercise is keeping our legs up, up, up. Level 1, you maintain your leg towards the ceiling to give you the direction of the movement, up and down. Level 2 is to maintain the knees at the same level. These will require a little more of the hip flexors work. Remember to keep your glutes engaged. The length of the movement, it depends on your own conditioning and limits. The next variation for this exercise is what we call the Fupa Bridge. So I want you guys to reach further, looking over the shoulder, and go as far as you can, returning to the starting position. It's a Jiu-Jitsu movement for a mount defense. So pretend you have somebody mounted on you, trying to choke you. You're holding the guy's arm, you can hold the shoulder, and you can bridge and drag the person down. You can bridge and drag the person down. We go up and down, up and down, up Next one is the Fupa Bridge, where I'm gonna finish the movement on my knees. So I do the first one, which I bridge, and my outside leg roll over my other leg. Make sure your hip don't drop to the floor, otherwise you're gonna just be rolling on the mat. Sorry, on the carpet. I'm gonna bridge and turn, finishing on my knees. I bridge and turn, finishing on my knees. Make sure when you do it, you keep your hips suspended at all times. And go back to the starting position. This next exercise is the hip escapes. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick a side. If I'm facing this way, the same side hand posts on the floor. But my fingers right now are pointing to the door behind me. The same side arm, the legs resting on the floor. My opposite leg is posting on the floor. So I have one arm on the floor, one leg resting, the other foot on the floor, and this hand. So just to recap, hand on the floor, same side leg resting, foot on the floor, same side arm in front of you. We're gonna go 1, 2, and then I go back forward. 1, 2. I change my side. 1, 2, and I go back forward. 1, 2. But when you do this exercise, you should be looking in front of you, like there was somebody in front of you. All right, now that you got the hip escapes, we're gonna change levels. We're gonna go from the ground to the top. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift my body, making this foot and this hand as the base of support. It requires some balance. If you need, you buy yourself some time here. I lift my body, point my hip all the way back. This leg that was resting on the floor, I'm gonna step all the way behind me. Post your foot on the floor. We have a full post. And I drag my front leg a rear. I'm gonna lift, open, and step this foot all the way back, dragging my front leg backwards a little more, regaining my balance. I post my hand, I post my foot, I relax my leg. Remember to keep your eyes forward. And then I raise my body, step back, and stand. Post, lift. So now let's try to recover just a little bit. Next move we're gonna do is the seesaw. We're gonna rock our body back and forth. Keep the chin on the chest, and make sure you round your back a little bit. If you need a little help, you can place your hands behind your knees and let your legs to help you come up a little more. If you don't, you are doing an ushirokimi. All right, now that you learned the first one, let's go a little further. So allow your legs to go back a little more. Be safe on your neck. Don't let your legs go too far. In case it happens, don't keep your legs centered. You allow your legs to go to the side and you roll over your shoulders or you go back. Always remember safety first. So what we're gonna do is go back and forward. You can put your hand next to your ear just for safety reasons. And the more comfortable you feel, the further you go. All right, guys, our next one, I want you to place your leg straight forward. Don't open this foot. Keep point straight forward. The other leg, just relax here. Sole of the foot touching your thigh and the knee pointing outside. From here, I'm gonna just switch. Switch. If you're required to put your hand back to give you extra balance, it's okay. You don't rely on your hands only. I try to feel comfortable doing this movement. And you want to stretch a little more. For every repetition, you touch your toes. Or maybe the sole of your foot. Have fun. The next step, we're going to start changing level. I'm gonna transfer my weight forward, allowing my knee to go to the floor, and I'm gonna go up on my knee and my foot. If you need, you can put your hand behind like before and push yourself up. Don't rely on your arms 100%. You need to put one hand and come up. If you need to put one hand and come up. Okay, put one hand and come up. If you don't, you just use your core and transfer the weight. You keep this knee point forward, you can open your toes back a little and sink your hip forward. I go back, I switch, and I sink the hip. I go back, and I sink the hip. All right, last one, just for you guys to have some extra fun. We're gonna put both together. I'm gonna rock back. As I come forward, I add momentum. I hope you enjoy, guys. I'm sweating already just by showing this to you. Stay safe, stay home, have fun, but remember, no excuses. Was